Right. Hi, everybody. It's so good to see you. We are here today to demand that Starbucks not only reinstate Kolton, but reinstate at least the 24 other Starbucks employees around the country that in retaliation for their organizing activity. We here all know that the right to a union is protected, and that as you organize, when employers use coercion and intimidation, that is illegal. So what they are doing here and around the country is not only wrong and immoral and unjust, but it's illegal. And as Kolton said, that's why the same day he was illegally fired here, the NLRB slapped Starbucks with a massive complaint. And let's thank the NLRB for actually caring about workers' rights. I'm confident that they will find massive injustice, and it is because of the workers here and everywhere across the country that are unionizing that Howard Schultz and management feel threatened. If unions weren't powerful, they wouldn't spend millions of dollars hiring fancy attorneys to shut you down. If unions weren't powerful, they wouldn't be illegally terminating the best organizers in workplaces across the country that give workers a voice in the workplace. If unions weren't powerful, you all wouldn't be here today fighting for your democratic right to use your voice in the workplace like all of us should be able to. And Howard Schultz would not be scared of you if unions weren't powerful. And that is testament to every worker's voice. When we stand up collectively, not as individuals, but when we have each other's backs, that is when we are the most powerful. And unions built this country and are the reason why we had a middle class. They are the reason why we will have a middle class again as workers across this country rise up and demand an equal say for safety protections and good conditions in their workplace, for fair pay, fair benefits, and the opportunity to have a real voice in the workplace and actually be heard. So what you all are doing today isn't just for you, it isn't just for your families, it isn't just for this community, it isn't just for Central Wisconsin, and it isn't just for our state. It is for every worker in this country. It is for every worker in this country who felt alone in their workplace when someone came to them and intimidated them by asking them questions or making them feel like they were nothing. It is for every worker in the workplace who worries about speaking out because they can't afford to lose their health care, because their kid is sick and they have to keep working and they have to keep playing it cool in the workplace to make sure their kid gets the treatment they need. And that is wrong. We can do more than that. We can do better than that. And that's why unions are a threat to people like Howard Schultz, who knows that if people rise up and organize Starbucks across the country, he will have less money. Where will that money go? To the workers! I don't think he needs an extra few $1 billion. I don't know about all of you, but people in this country are struggling as inflation goes up, the cost of healthcare goes up, and everyone deserves a fair wage and the dignity of their voice being heard in the workplace. That is why I ran for office. It is the #1 reason why I ran a decade ago, because what was happening in Wisconsin? Disgusting union busting. What is happening today? What is happening today here in Wisconsin? Union busting. And what is happening across this country as more and more workers rise up as a, I don't want to say record number, but a higher number of NLRB organizing filings are happening this year compared to past years. More and more workers are saying, you know what? I know it's a risk, but I have a legal right, a protected right to organize, and I'm going to take that risk with my colleagues and the people across the state and country. So let's all give Kolton a hand for taking that risk. Let's all give everyone here a hand for voting union yes. Starbucks can test some of those votes. Let's remember the workers who said union yes, and who are here today, the ones who spoke up and had Kolton's backs and had each other's backs, because this is a domino effect, everyone. This is the second. Oak Creek and Plover are the second, the two Starbucks in Wisconsin to organize, and more are following.
Yeah!
As people see what is going on, they're going to say, I don't want a cup of coffee unless there's a union member serving it. And that's where this country is headed. It's what gives me hope, because there is power in a union. Congratulations to all of you for your hard work, but we know it is not done. That vote was just the beginning. The NLRB complaints will continue to roll in against Starbucks, and as they investigate and hopefully reinstate Kolton and every other worker across this country, we, who have been illegally terminated, we will have their backs, and we will be talking to our friends and our neighbors and our family members about the power of a union and encourage them to unionize and organize too. Thank you all for being here. You all are inspiring, and never ever forget, if you didn't have power, if your voice meant nothing, they wouldn't be trying to shut you down. You are powerful!
Yeah!